No love, hungover, punch drunk, hungover. Hey yo, welcome to the Big Talk Small Table. It's me, Jay Evan. We gonna cover a little bit of everything here, whether it's news, sports, music, culture. It's entertainment at the end of the day, and we gonna talk about it. This little platform here, we're gonna keep it real simple. We're gonna have three segments. Midwest Motion, where we'll talk about what's going on in the Midwest, Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, Indianapolis. It's happening here. We're gonna talk about it. This where we at, right? We're gonna slowly transition into what we call the heat check, where we really put our finger on the pulse of the culture. Sports, music, news. It's happening. We talking about it. Don't forget that. And we always gonna wrap it up with what I like to call a heat check. Simple. I'm gonna let y'all know what I got going on, where y'all can find me, and if I dibble and dabble to the outside world, y'all for sure gonna tag along with me. So let's get it in real quick. So the Midwest Motion, it's been a silly week, and it's only Wednesday, so I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. It's Wednesday, April 8th, so I'm gonna take y'all, from Wednesday to Wednesday. You feel me? So let's do that. All right, so we're gonna start off in the Midwest. We're in the Midwest, Cincy, Midwest Motion, Cincy is what we're gonna talk about first. And I don't know how y'all deal with y'all shit down there, but it's just a regular day. It's a decent day out. Guys come up, for a party, I'm assuming. And he got there by bike and he left there by way of cop. Motherfucker thought he was so smooth. He had the dirt bike ripping, running, riding himself around on the ground. Meanwhile, one wrong rev, cop yoked him up right off. I mean, it's really we can't make this shit up, guys. We got to do better, man. If you on a dirt bike, there is really no way you getting caught by a cop in the street. Period. You know, let's bring it up here to Akron, Ohio, where Vaco Bucci was recently kicked out of Mustard Seed for performing. Now, mind you, we ain't talking about no regular performance. My boy had the big speaker, had his mic, had his DJ, and he lit Whole Foods up. He lit Mustard Seed up. When I say he turned Mustard Seed up so much, and back in the day, it used to be a club, so you think they'd be used to it. Downside is APD came and my boy Vaco Bucci is banned. No more Mustard Seed. No more performances. But Highland Square in general, that's a good vibe. So, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. He'll survive. Up in Detroit, well, I should say Warren, Michigan, woman is detained and arrested by the police. And the funniest shit happens. The dumbass cop leaves the window half cracked. All right, back window. If you've ever been detained, you're sitting in the back of a box. Essentially, they got the glass window, they got the bars, and this little skinny blonde bitch, by the luck of whoever, I don't know, by the grace, she wiggles her way through the side of the window. I mean, this little lady, if, crawls out, and miraculously, she ain't fall, and the cop was left in the dust. Buddy ain't know where she went. Cooked. Can't make this shit up, folks. Can't make this shit up. We gonna go up to Cleveland, where Buddy thought he was a one man parkour. Parkour is one man. Don't let me rephrase this. My buddy thought he was the parkour guru. Man thought he knew what was going on. You see him hopping over trucks, hopping over medians, and he gets to the I-90 bridge and Bucko falls. When I say he falls to his. If y'all been downtown and seen the I-90 bridge in Cleveland, y'all know what I'm talking about. But he thought he could survive that. Nah, nah, nah. I say all that to say this before we get into the next segment. If y'all love comedy, which we all know you do, and Cleveland has a very, very diverse comedy scene. We've had Greats come. Matter of fact, Mike Epps was just here a couple weeks ago. Mike Epps, DC Young Fly, the '85 South Boys. A regular here in Cleveland, ironically, is Aries Spears. Aries Spears comes up here three, maybe four times a season. So he'll be here in January, then he'll be in March. He'll probably be here two times in March. Then he'll pop back out in July, August. I say all that to say this. Buddy has had beef with Cleveland for too long now at this point. And motherfuckers is really stepping up and really finally admitting why we hate Aries Spears. And the truth is, bruh, you need new material. You need new material. That shit cooked, my boy. You doing the same jokes from '08, my nigga. You been in Cleveland every 3 months since '08, doing the same '08 show, my boy. We don't care about your impersonations. We don't care about your impressions. Great. Whoop-de-doo. Then you hop on the internet and you talk all this. Oh, I go to Dubai, I go to Saudi Arabia, I do this, I do that. Bruh, as you should. The difference between them niggas over there and us here, their media is controlled, bro. They only see you when they're allowed to. And the simple fact that you going over there performing some '08 shit just should show you that they're out of touch with the real comedy game, my boy. All right, let up on the city, man. You come here, man. I'm telling you, you'll have a great time. Cleveland, we work for whatever we get, my boy. And we not just about to, let you think them little boo-boo jokes is funny. All right? It could be worse. Matter of fact, it is worse. You're crying on TikTok and Instagram about how bad we treat you. Nigga, get better material. I guarantee you, y'all let me know what I need to improve on. I'm gonna make tweaks. I'm gonna make the improvements. We human. As creators and content creators, as podcasters, we really should focus on, the audience we doing it for. Now I know we got our own biases on how we want to operate things, but let's be transparent. We do this for y'all. Duh. All right, let's switch gears. We're gonna go ahead and hit with the heat check. We're gonna hit it with the heat check. Hit it with the heat check. I'll figure it out. Bear with me. We're gonna take it off with the state of the Browns. As y'all know, the first wave of OTAs is here. Because we got a new head coach, we're able to start 2 weeks earlier. So we started yesterday. Munkin had the guys in, and it's going to be interesting. He did allude to a QB battle between Shador Sanders and Deshaun Watson. Now, both of those QBs, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I really do like. I really do like. They have very good arm strength. The only thing they both lack is discernment. Deshaun lost his discernment after sitting out, X amount of years because of this whole lawsuit and all this other bullshit. Shador, on the other hand, has always had a problem in the pocket of being too cautious. And that's cool. You want to protect the ball at all costs. But when it comes to the detriment of you being sacked, you know what I'm saying? We got to figure it out. There's other ways to go. One thing I think that's going to help Shador in his case, he recently switched from 12 back to 2. If y'all followed Shador at all in college, y'all know number 2, that was his college number. And he was a monster. He elevated Jackson State team while he was there. And he took Colorado to a new level when he transferred there following his pops. He really didn't have too much wide receiver talent, so he's used to being in these make or break scenarios. So I think him going back to 2 and working with Todd Munkin, will allow him to grow. I can say the same thing is true for Deshaun Watson. If it wasn't for his health, the last time we saw Deshaun Watson was playing against the Ravens in Baltimore, and he led a 7. We were down 7-24, 24-7. Ravens was up, but he led us back, and we really could have won that game. In the second half, he went 14-14, no interceptions, 14-14 completions, and he looked like he was in peak form. If it wasn't for the fact that he was trying to scramble out of the pocket and make the play for the touchdown, he potentially could have still had his Achilles. So we have seen the glimpses of greatness, and let's not fake like he wasn't a Pro Bowl quarterback before this. You know, Mr. 14-2. That was the last real season, the last full season he played, 14-2. So with either one of those quarterbacks, I feel confident. Along with that, Todd Monken brought all of his top offensive assistants from Baltimore to help him here in Cleveland. And Baltimore in the last three seasons have been ranked a top 3 offense. Sign me up. Sign me the fuck up now. He had Derrick Henry out there looking like Mark Henry. God damn, my boy was bad. Some of the best seasons he's had. Lamar Jackson returned to MVP form. Come on now. Let's make it make sense. Is there a way we can go wrong? Yes, there is. We know the draft. We know Jerry Jeudy. We know the offensive line, which actually got some help, this first wave of free agency. So all the ifs we have leads me to this one. If all this works, what if we go 10-7? What if we go 11-6? What if we go 9-8? Those numbers all get us to at least a wild card stretch in the playoffs, right? A wild card appearance in the playoffs after coming off 2 of the worst seasons in the past 6 years. I'll wait. The one thing I know we're going to need for sure is receiver help. And whether it comes in the draft next week with Jalen Tyson or Tate, Malik Lemon, Denzel Boston, we're going to be good. We're going to be all right. I really got faith that Todd Monken can really make the change. He's really only 3 years removed from the college game where he won the national championship with Georgia. These rookies we have now are ready to play, and they're capable. They just need a real leader. And I think we got them. One thing I do hate that the national media does say is that, us Browns, we're never going to be anything until we get a quarterback. We're never going to do much until we get a quarterback. When in reality, our quarterback situation is definitely better than the Steelers, who are waiting on a retiring Aaron Rodgers to say whether he's going to come back or whether he's going to retire. We're definitely better off than the Jets, who have Geno Smith. Geno Smith returned to fucking Geno Smith. We're definitely more off than the Cardinals. Arizona doesn't even have a quarterback. They cut Kyler Murray and he's now signed with the Vikings. More on them in a second. We definitely got more competent quarterback play than Atlanta. Now, Michael Penix, yes, he is a good up-and-coming young quarterback. And yes, they did just sign Tua. But you know what they both have in common? They can't stay healthy. They can't stay healthy. As a quarterback, your best ability is availability. And if your health is impeding upon that availability, guess what? Cooked. You're cooked. There's just no way for you to possibly thrive. Miami, Malik Willis. Okay, Malik Willis had a good 7 games. Just like another quarterback I know that they try to hate on a lot. Oh, 2, Shador. Come on now. Miami, good luck. I wish y'all the best. Hey, it is what it is. But y'all see that? Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Miami, Arizona. And I did tell you all about the Vikings. So the Vikings, who had Sam Darnold, who had a 12-win season, who was in the playoffs a year before, hitched a wagon to J.J. McCarthy, who can't stay healthy. Okay, we get that. And then y'all bring in Kyler Murray, who everyone says is too small and really doesn't have the passion for football. Okay. That makes sense. But the Browns have the worst quarterback room in the league. Okay, okay. One thing I think that can help us here though, while we still in this little free agency way before the draft, I think we bring in two more receivers. We got free agent receivers like Juan Jennings, Debo Samuels, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, and it's a few more, you know. Tyler Lockett. These guys are out here and available. I say we bring in a Juan Jennings, who was a solid number two and a solid slot receiver, and we take a flyer on for shits and giggles. Let's say we take a flyer on Stephon Diggs, or one better, we make a trade next week for AJ Brown. Andrew Berry's done crazier things, and that's his old organization. I think they could make something work. I say all that to say this: with receiver help, with the beefed up offensive line that we have now, that is going to be healthy, that is under new leadership, I think we could do something. I think we could do something. Matter of fact, next level. Everyone's worried about our defense. Everyone's worried that we don't have any help from Miles. Everyone's worried that it's going to look different because Schwartz is gone. That may be true, but I doubt it because the talent is still there. The coach enhanced what was already there. Now we have Atlanta's coach, who Atlanta was again ranked top five too for defense last year. Don't forget that. Atlanta was ranked top five for their defense. And now we have their old defensive coordinator as ours. I think we cool. I think what we really do need to do is find another edge to back up Miles. Let's say either a Cam Jordan, Alex Wright, is still here, so he's solid. But we can look at a free agent like Cam Jordan. Jadavian Clowney still out there on the edge. We can see what's up with him. Um, Realistically, though, I think after we see what's happening in the draft next week, our brownie should be cool. As long as Barry does what Barry do. He did a hell of a job at the draft last year. Mind you, that was the first draft we had a first round pick since the Deshaun trade. And this year we got two first rounds, 6 and 24. I take my chances. I take them. I take them. Let's get into the basketball now because I know we got the playoffs coming up. Cavs won last night, as they should. They've been looking real, tweakish, like they're really just playing with lineups to solidify this playoff run. Ever since we got James Harden, we have been on a whole different trajectory. Now, when he first got here, I think we won a 8-game win streak. It was very nice, very good. Everything looked as if we could take it all. Now that we have come off our honeymoon, and we see that we still have flaws as far as defense goes. Defense is really our glaring weakness. I think we still can do it. I think we can still do it as long as we manage our rotations. We keep our bigs involved and let our bench do what our starters can't. And I say that to say this: our bench plays with a little bit more tenacity, a little bit more aggression, because they know they got it. If they were on another team, guarantee they'll be solidified role players, or at best, solid rotational pieces. That's really all I got on the Cavs right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't really been into basketball just because it's draft season, and I really get into basketball right next week. Next week, right when the playoffs about to start. I get the regular season. The regular season has its ups and downs, its peaks and valleys, and teams tank. So that it is what it is there. So I will let y'all know more on the state of the Cavs next week. But I will let y'all know the state of Offset, who just got into it with little TJ, which is very, very crazy out in Florida, man. Offset and little TJ, I guess they was at the casino. You know how that shit goes. Somebody owes somebody some money. TJ Offset, and he didn't want to pay. He got beat up, and his homie shot him in the butt. Bruh. These new YNs, man, these new cats, bruh, is so strange, man. And after he got locked up, he made Bond, of course. He hops on TMZ to detail what happened, which is very, very dumb. Um, we can't make this shit up. In other news, we had another versus battle, which has been missed immensely. Shout out to Versus. We appreciate the platform that y'all have curated and give to us. One thing I can say, y'all, that Tank versus Tyrese shit was weak. This might have been the worst versus battle ever. Tank should have never gone up against Tyrese. I think Tyrese only has two songs that people know: Sweet Lady and Zodiac. Outside of that, he started off by saying, hey, we gonna be singing songs people know. We gonna perform songs that y'all love. We gonna perform songs that y'all been begging me to. As he proceeds to bring out Chingy. As he proceeds to bring out Chingy. First off, I didn't know this nigga still made music with Chingy. I didn't know Chingy was still around. I think I saw him a couple weeks ago doing an interview, possibly, but I might be making that up. Because where the fuck this nigga been for the past? I don't know. Ain't been making music. So, in honor of So Def, I guess his label mate Tyrese brings him out, give him his 15 minutes of fame again. And Tyrese stole the show, y'all. Tank stole the show, as we already knew. Tank came prepared. Tank really went through the motions, and he made it sexy for the ladies. It was a very good performance, and I know it was enjoyed. The highlight though was the fucking the turtleneck. Yeah, that shit there, and he dropped it Friday. The sound man and Tank hated Tyrese that bad because the sound man wasn't fucking with Tyrese. His sound was fucked the whole night. Couldn't get the man. The man was so mad he just stopped and said, "Tank, you take my 3 minutes. You got this." Never in a versus battle ever. Have we ever? Anyway, another thing we've never seen. Well, we're getting used to seeing. My man Drewski. Shout out to Drewski for going at the left. Funniest skit of the year. It's so bad. They got this man Trump saying, "Hey yo, Erica, Miss Erica, I'm gonna need you to press charges. You need to sue. This is not acceptable." And all he did was tell the truth. I really didn't. I don't know shit about Erica Kirk. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a blonde lady, blue eyes. Don't know about her until I saw the skit and I looked at her videos, that she posts, and that the shit was cut and paste. And like Drewski said, it's parody, protected under the First Amendment. Goddamn, it was only funny because it's true. And if you can't laugh at yourself, you really gotta grow. You know, being able to laugh at yourself and just see your flaws. It's pretty cool. Not at the time. You know what I'm saying? Not at the time. It might be heated. But it's comedy. It is what it is. And again, at the end of the day, it ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun. Y'all motherfuckers been doing blackface for decades. And y'all want us to stop. Matter of fact, Robert Downey Jr.'s Tropic Thunder, the motherfucker was in blackface the entire movie. I'm the dude playing the dude in the movie about the dude. Y'all remember that shit, man. Come on now. And y'all thought it was funny. Shit, even I thought it was funny. Lighten the fuck up, man. God damn. Motherfuckers is insane. And did y'all know this nigga Drewski had a white granddad? So is it really racist? Interesting. In other news, we had a Kanye sighting. Kanye actually, we had a Lauryn Hill sighting. A Kanye and Lauryn Hill sighting. Matter of fact, they was at the same place at the same time. Fire. performing. On top of that, Ye dropped a new album, Bully. We got that old Ye back. We missed it. We missed it. I don't know if y'all heard it on the intro. My man is back. Bully might be the hardest album he's produced in I don't know how long, 3, 4 years, since Life of Pablo. And the kicker, I think what really got him to come back to himself, his oldest, North. North helped with production. Man, got my man feeling that old Kanye. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Go on to it. Motherfucker, hurry up and go on to it. Punch Drunk might be that. By the way, Punch Drunk was a song we came into. That song was actually produced by Northwest. Fire! Fire! In crazier news, outside of that, the FBI is now investigating Epic Records. Sorry, Empire Records. Now y'all know Empire Records is kind of like one of the big names in hip hop. If you're an artist, you know everybody wants to be signed to them. Mac Dre, Dobie, King Von, PNB Rock, King Von, Young Dolph. You know, all come from Empire Records. You know. Now the crazy thing again, why the FBI is investigating Empire Records, is because anytime their artist, the artist that I just mentioned too, primarily, had any kind of payment dispute, the dispute ends. How? Gang related murders. Now, Empire Records ironically had life insurance policies on all those artists, and it started in '04 with Mac Dre. Then 2013 with Doe B. Then we fast forward 2019, 2020, King Von, Young Dolph, Ammo 3, Triple X. Now they said Drake put the hit out on Triple X. They said that. FBI says otherwise. Now it's not hard to believe. We've all seen the show Empire. We all know real life. You know, these motherfuckers really don't care. Once you're signed to that label, you're owned by the label. They're gonna give you an advance. They're gonna give you what they allow you to have at the end of the day. And a lot of y'all signing these weak ass 360s. Y'all don't own y'all masters. Y'all really are doing it for the fame as opposed for the culture, for the music itself. You know, once you get involved in that corporate machine, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So I hope the FBI, can give these families some peace once they, conclude their investigation. And if it's as dark as it sounds, man, Empire, man, y'all might want to count y'all days, bruh. Count y'all days, and then two, what other labels are next? Because it ain't just no coinky dink. It ain't no coincidence. Let's make it make sense. And I don't even know why I said it makes sense, because this shit still don't make sense. January 10th, 2026. January 10th, 2026. Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 go to a Texas recording studio. I think it was either Dallas or Houston, to rob and kidnap Gucci on camera, to get him out of a contract that he signed, or get some more money out of a contract that he signed. Mind you, he's been in jail for the past, I don't know how many years, just got out. FDO. And now you're going back. April, last week, he gets arrested along with his pops. The day before he got arrested, his house in Nashville was raided for suspicion. A suspicion of what? This motherfucker is on probation. Federal probation. Federal parole, excuse me. Got an ankle monitor. Two things that don't add up with this story. My man has an ankle monitor. If in January, while you're on parole, out of your jurisdiction, you would have been arrested, bruh, within a couple hours. You would have been shipped back and within a couple days. You would have been on trial that following week and you'd have been sentenced by March. Just facts I know because I've been in the system before. I know what the fuck be going on. And then for these motherfuckers at the end of March, which is 2 months after the incident, to arrest this man, something else is up. They said it was Gucci. Gucci came out and said, he ain't say shit. And then yesterday, the 7th, Texas DA says, yeah, Gucci ain't cooperating. Backtrack. Last week, Whack 100 told us that, not even told us, he showed us the papers that Pooh Shiesty and his dad is both CIs. They paid snitches. I'm going to just leave that there and let y'all do what y'all do in the comments to figure that out because this shit crazy, yo. Chat, I really don't understand. Like, niggas really, I fucked with Pooh Shiesty, man. I don't even know no more, man. Shit is insane. Shit is insane. What's even more insane is this motherfucker Tiger Woods still flipping cars, bro. Y'all would have thought after the first time he cheated on his first wife and got into that accident and flipped his car and fucked up his golf career, he would have learned. Matter of fact, when he was drunk on a golf course and he crashed the golf cart, you think he would have learned? You think he would have learned? My man just really got back into somewhat peak Tiger, in his competitions, in these PGA tours and Masters events. Signed up for a love tour, he did his thing with Jack Nicholson. I don't know. I don't know. So last week, Tiger, I think it was in Florida, flips his car. This time we got the body footage cam, and my man went outside. My man went outside, and that's all I'm gonna say, man. So this week, after of course, he went to trial, to kind of figure out what his sentencing is gonna be. He got approved to go overseas to get some help. Yes, my man is finally getting some help. We appreciate that, and we love that for you. We definitely do. We definitely do. Man, outside of that, I think we cool on the heat check. Excuse me. I think we cool on the Here Come the Hits. I was a lot. And I talk a lot. So y'all know if y'all got me scratching my knee scratching, I'm like, God damn, what's next? What's next? What's next is this is a test episode, so y'all gonna see more of me getting comfortable, getting vibey, doing my own thing. I may have people come in and talk with me, so I'm not just talking to y'all by myself, so y'all can hear another opinion. I might not. I know for sure I'm gonna be on location. I think next time I might go to House 330, see what they doing. Grab a little bite to eat, let y'all know what they're hitting on. Buckets. The Browns restaurant is gonna be up there, so I think that's what I'll do next. Outside of that, man, y'all know where to follow me. TCKJ Evan. Y'all can follow me at Big Talk Small Table on all platforms. Big Talk Small Table. And yeah, man, it's been real. It's been nice fucking with y'all for this first time. I like this. I like this. Yeah. I'm gonna get the soundboard soon. I'm gonna get a little more aesthetic for the crib. And just rock with me, y'all. Rock with me. We gonna rock out. I appreciate y'all tapping in. This Big Talk Small Table. We signing out.